Morning guys. For those of you who are new to the channel, we've just got back from a massive trip all the way up to the Arctic Circle. And you've missed it!
But don't worry, because we film absolutely everything. So there's like loads of episodes covering the whole trip on our channel.
Anyway, so we've been back in Andalusia for a couple of weeks now.
We had to rush back to get that dreaded vehicle inspection, the MOT equivalent, the ITUV, and
we failed. But then we passed. So we are really happy, and we didn't fail on much really, considering we've done like over 18,000 kilometers over the last 6 months.
Yes, 18,000. Can you believe it? We can't believe it. And we failed on a dim light. One dim light. The back left or the back right wasn't working properly. We gave it a bash in the centre and said, yes, it is working, but it wasn't working. So we failed on that. And we also failed on something else very small.
A minor technicality. In certain test centres, the two tyres on the same axle have to be the same brand.
Yeah.
Stupid, but you know.
And as we had a puncture back in Sweden, we changed just the one side at the back, so it was a different brand to that one, blah blah blah. Anyway, we've changed that. We've managed to fix the light ourselves. We took the light out, we cleaned a bit of rust off. It was just on the filament, on the connections, cleaned it all up, and then we passed. So we've got another 6 months with the old van, and we're just so happy that that was all we failed on.
So the last couple of weeks we've been catching up on the editing because we did get a little bit behind, so now we're pretty much up to real time. Giving Vinny a little rest and a bit of TLC, well deserved.
And just reflecting on the big trip, what we've achieved, what we've been up to. You know, it goes so quick, it's kind of like a blur. When you're traveling, there's so much going on, so much preparation, so much research, the channel, so much driving. I mean,
it's just crazy. It just goes by. When there's the saying, you know, time flies when you're having fun. It's so true that while you're on the trip, you just don't have time to think about what is going on. It's not until you get back and stop and relax that you think, oh my God, we've just been up to the Arctic Circle. We were in like Norway not long ago.
Yeah, and especially with this trip, we did have the time restrictions.
So for those of you who've been following the channel, you'll know that this is the second big trip we've done around Europe. So let's talk some stats. We've done 30,000 plus kilometers.
Visiting 23 different countries.
And 450 days on the road.
So out of all those 450 days on the road, we've only actually stayed in 2 paid sites.
And they were both in cities, partly for security reasons and partly because we needed power to do some editing. But in all those nights on the road, never have we been asked to move on by the police, never had any security issues, anyone causing problems with the van.
No.
450 nights, no issues whatsoever.
No sleepless nights.
We haven't had any sleepless nights for those reasons, but when you talk about sleeping and at night with 2 dogs in your bed, we rarely sleep all the way through. Apart from not allowing us to sleep, the dogs
have been
good
brilliant.
As gold.
You know, all these countries, the 23 countries we've been to, they've been there with us. They've just had such a fantastic trip, and it's just wagging tails, new smells and new adventures all the way for the little doggies. They've just had such a fantastic time.
They just love it. talk mechanical issues. Now we've been quite lucky here, touch wood.
Very, very lucky.
In all those kilometres, we've only had 2 punctures.
2 punches, that's it.
That's not bad.
Other issues is we had a little suspension spring go back in Latvia, which was not too bad.
Which is really just wear and tear kind of thing, I think.
General wear and tear. Another issue is we came down a crazy mountain pass and we had to pull off the road a bit quick because we ended up getting really smoky brakes. I don't know if you can see, but the wheels are like literally smoking. Smoke coming from like the inside of there, and it's kind of bubbling a little bit, like, and it's on both wheels. And then shortly after that, we had to get our brakes changed back in Croatia. All the brakes are sorted now, brand new brake pads. He showed us the brakes, there were pretty much nothing left of the pads at all. Was
metal, yeah.
Metal on metal, but he said there was no damage, there was just a couple of scratches. So that's all good. Yeah, and he only charged us €50. So yeah, all good, and we're back on the road. So 30,000 kilometres in a van as old as Vinster, that really isn't too bad, is it?
So there's been a few other minor incidents. For example, one broken bone.
Basically, I've broken one of my ribs at the back, so...
Ridiculous.
Yeah, I was hoping
just
for bruised.
Just from a little slip. Yeah, we were thinking bruised or, I don't know, fractured, but...
One broken drone. This happens to the drone today. Not a chance in salvaging that. The battery flew off. Luckily, the SIM card's still inside. The camera's still intact. Not sure if we were recording at the time. I mean, it just literally did a little spinny thing and dropped out of the air.
One near miss. Some idiot in a van has just driven past and clipped our wing mirror. Look at that. So literally this far away. I mean, what the... 2 police searches.
I'm not sure if he was French or Swiss, but the customs officer there pulled us over, asked for our passports, was okay at first, and then he got a little bit funny, didn't he?
He wasn't a very nice man at all, and they proper searched us.
Yeah, he sent me off, completely searched the van with his sniffer dog.
Made to feel like criminals, because he was in the van, shoes on, dog just jumping around all over the furniture, not very happy, had to take all the bike rack off, all the bikes off the back.
So anyway, it was okay in the end, because obviously he didn't find anything.
We get pulled over by the police again. At least this time they're a little bit more friendly. They're basically, again, checking for drugs, but not in the van this time. Checking me. Can you believe it?
Obviously me and you must look like, I don't know, some kind of drug barons, because this is twice now in 4 weeks.
I had to go and give a little pee sample. He asked if I'd had any alcohol or smoked any marijuana or anything else. I said, no, officer, maybe when I was a little bit younger.
One bug attack.
I'm going to run for it. If you stop, they swarm around your legs. Don't trip over, darling. I'll take your time, actually, babe. You've got a broken rib. Excuse me.
Look in the sky.
Oh my God. Oh my, they're not all mozzies, are they? Really? Oh my God, this is like out of some horror movie. Just literally everywhere.
And 1 or 2 cuts and bruises.
I've got 3 nasty little cuts. Got a cut on my leg, just burned my hand on the stove trying to get it under cover. And 1, possibly 2 dodgy meals.
We came up with this. It's actually really nice.
Secret ingredients which must be included are the
crunchy onions
and the Thai sweet chili sauce. Without that, it's a bit weird. What the hell is this? Little green rice thing.
We do have some very odd meals in this van, all delicious but quite odd. And this is like the leftover spinach. So we did a bit too much rice and there was this leftover spinach. So this is tagine spinach rice.
Cheers, here's the green rice. And what a breakfast we have today. It's a little bit different, but it all makes sense. We're basically using up food that we have. So look at what we've got today.
So all in all, not too much drama, and we do kind of feel like we've been quite lucky with what's happened.
Well, I think breaking your rib on the second day into a massive trip up the Arctic Circle, some might consider that to be an issue, but not us.
No, okay, well that was quite bad. And there is going to be ups and downs on the road, isn't there? But as long as the ups outweigh the downs,
then it's all good.
Then it's all good. And everything that has happened to us, the little incidents, have all been totally manageable, and we've just had the best time.
The good times and memories we've made are endless. I mean, we've lost count of how many incredible sunrises, sunsets we've seen,
mountains we've climbed,
panoramic views, hikes we've been on,
wonderful park ups. I mean, it's just that is just endless, and we couldn't count how many campfires we've had,
all that sort of thing. We've just had an absolutely incredible time over the last couple of years. And we're really happy with our old boy Vinny, 28 years old. He's done us proud. So for those of you who are worried about, oh, can I go off in an old van? Do I need to get a new van that I can rely on? New vans can have problems as well, and our old boy has done us, he's done well.
So we just wanted to quickly tell you about the 2 trips that we have done and show you kind of like a little route that we've done. So the first trip was about 12,000 kilometers, which took us to Central Europe.
So that trip was incredible. We went to so many epic countries, up through Andorra, that mountainous tiny little country. We spent a lot of time in Italy and saw the Dolomites, which was probably one of the highlights of the trip. And then places like Austria, Slovenia, Slovakia, Croatia,
Poland.
All just amazing. I mean, so many amazing countries.
If you haven't seen our first big epic trip around Central Europe, go and check it out, because there's like 70 episodes on our channel.
And the first trip, we didn't really have a plan. We had no set route. If you follow the channel, you'll see why, because about 3 videos or a couple of weeks into it, we're like, which way should we go?
Yeah.
Go north or east?
Yeah, we just kind of left without a time frame, without a plan, and just a lot more relaxing, wasn't it?
Whereas this trip is completely different. Because we did have a time limit. We only had 6 months, and we said, right, we want to go to the Arctic Circle.
But it kind of wasn't our fault, because when we planned to do the Arctic Circle, again, we thought we had a whole year to do it. But then right at the last minute, the law changed in Spain, and we only had 6 months. And we just went, well, we've planned it now, we're going to do it anyway. But it was hard going. For us, we like to travel slowly, take everything in and see as much as we can. So it was completely different to how we would like to travel. It kind of felt very, very rushed. Like, we still had a fantastic time. It was brilliant. We've got no regrets, but it would have been nice to have more time.
Right, it's always nice to have more time, but this trip you did feel a sense of achievement. We had a goal. We wanted to reach the Arctic Circle. We wanted to see the midnight sun and then the northern lights. But when we reached the Arctic Circle, it was like
an achievement.
That's the Arctic Circle sign, which means in about 10 meters we have reached the Arctic Circle. We made it.
We blinking made it. We are here. The van made it. We made it. There's mosquitoes everywhere. We don't care. Here's the sign. We've done it, And then obviously getting back down here
was another one.
Was like, wow, we really did it. So we couldn't be happier. And well, I think we're going to wrap this up now. Are we?
She is. I'll carry on nattering for a bit.
All right, see ya.
Yeah, it's tricky with travel, because the way we travel, we want to see as much as we can. So it's a fine line between just going to a few places and spending longer there and not seeing much, or just seeing as much as you can and rushing a bit. So it's finding the perfect balance, which is, I don't know whether it's actually possible.
No, just go with the flow, isn't it?
Yeah, just roll with it. Enjoy every moment.
So that's been a quick recap of our kind of last couple of years in the van. And I don't know, we've got so much more to come. So stay tuned, because these trips are just going to get better and better.
So at the moment, during the festive period, we're just going to be taking things a little bit easier, just chilling out a little bit. But don't worry, we'll be doing a Christmas special, and Sarah will be cooking up something magical in the kitchen.
So that video is coming next in a few days' time. And before we go, we just want to thank everyone because our channel has reached 15,000 subscribers. Wow, that's really good, really happy. Also, we're going to do a live stream, live feed thingy. We've never done one before. We've been meaning to for a while, but we're kind of short on internet and stuff like that on the way back down. So we're going to do one of those really soon, possibly in the new year, maybe even before. So
if you've got some questions, write them down. Save them up.
But be kind to us.
Be gentle.
But when we do decide to do that, we'll kind of notify
Stick it out on the community post
or
and all
something
that.
to let you know when we're going to do it, what time, that kind of thing. Yes. If you're not following us on Facebook and Instagram,
why not?
Yeah, because we want to kind of just do like daily updates and things on there again, and obviously there's the photographs and things like that we put on there, and also we will notify on there when the live stream etc.
We'll keep you updated what's going on with us.
Yes.
We're not going anywhere. We keep putting out videos. We're gonna enjoy the festive period.
Yeah, we've got so much planned, so much really cool stuff planned. So anyway, I think that's about it.
Yeah, so take care and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give us a thumbs up and hit that like button below.
If you haven't subscribed to our channel, then please do, and keep the comments coming because we absolutely love to hear from you.
And we'll see you in the next video.